Morning students. So today I discuss about first chapter intermediate, that is unit sign measurement chapter. So this is a continuation video. In the previous video, what is the dimensions, what is the dimensional formula, how to derive the dimensional formulas on different types of derived quantities. So now the continuation, the dimensional constant. So what is meaning of the dimensional constant? Some dimensional formulas having some constants, some physical quantities are dimensional formula having constant values. Okay, so the constant having dimensional formula, the constants having some dimensional formula, so that is called, that constant is called dimensional constant. For example, here I am taking Planck's constant. Okay, Planck's constant. So actually it is a constant. Okay, constant means it is having some value, suppose 6.625 into 10 power minus 27, for example. Okay, x. And so here in this one, in the Planck constant, it is a constant value, but it is a having some dimensional formula. It is having some dimensional formula. So what is your observation? Some constant also having dimensional formulas, that is constant is called dimensional constant. So here the number of some different types of the dimension constant is there. One is a Planck constant, second one universal gravitational universal gravitational constant. Okay, so this is a capital G. So the universal gravitational constant also constant, but is having the dimension formula. Next to small r, universal gas constant, universal gas constant, and Boltzmann constant. Okay, Boltzmann constant and Stephen constant. So these all are constant, but is having the dimensional formula. So that is called dimensional constant. And second one, dimensionless. Second one, dimensionless quantities. Some are there is no dimensional formulas. Some are there is no dimensional formulas. So the first one already. So what is the definition of the dimensionless quantities? So which physical quantities having no dimensional, okay, no dimensional formulas. Okay, which physical quantities or which derived quantities is having no dimensional formula, there is no dimensional formula, so that is called as, that is quantity is called dimensionless quantities. For example, angle. So the angle is having, what is the dimensional formula? There is no dimensional formula. And strain, the strain also no dimensional formula. Relative density, already relative density means the density of the substance by density of the water, the both are density will be cancelled. So the relative density also there is no dimensional formula. The coefficient of friction mu also no dimensional formula. Coefficient of restitution and Poisson ratio, these all are there is no dimensional formula. And some another point, second point, their numbers, the numbers also no dimensional formula. For example, 2 and 3 and 45 and 10 cube, like this. Some numbers is there. What is the dimensional formula of the numbers? Their numbers there is no dimensional formulas, please remember. And third one, the pi values, this is a pi. Okay, the pi is equal, suppose 3.1418 or 28, it is also no dimensional formula. Some trigonometric values, that is a sin x and cos x, some e power x, some log x. So these also there is no dimensional formula. So this is called all are dimensionless quantities. Dimensionless quantities. So which is quantities having no dimensional formula, that is called dimensionless quantity. So these are dimensionless quantities. So the next one, applications. The dimensional analysis and their dimensional application. What is the important of the dimensional analysis or dimensional formula? The first one uses or application. This dimensional formula can be used to convert one system of units to another system. This is a important another system. So what is the first application? So by using dimensional formulas can be used to convert one system of unit to another system. So here let us take for example, I am taking one example. So here Newton is converted to dynes. Okay, so by using dimensional formulas or dimensional analysis, so it is conversion to one system to another system. So the convert of one system means here Newton to dynes. Or another one, work. Let us take this as a force. Actually, this is a force units. Next, I am taking some work units. What is the work units? In the MKS system to, for example, the work done from MKS system to CGS system. Work done in the MKS system to CGS system. That is joules. Joules to ergs. Joules to ergs. Second one, what is the second application? So the dimensional formula can be used to check the correctness of an equation. So that is, given a equation is a correct or not. Given a equation is a correct or not. So by using dimensional formulas you can check. For example, v is equal to u plus 8. For example, v is equal to u plus 80. Actually, this equation is correct or not. So that is a check by using the dimensional formula. So suppose it is a correct means it is obey one rule. Okay, so what is the rule? That is principle of homogeneity. So the principle of homogeneity of dimension. Okay, so this is one definition. The principle of homogeneity of dimension, it is obeys to homogeneity, that is a correct equation. So what is the principle of homogeneity statement? So only physical quantities having same dimension can be added or subtracted or equated. This is called homogeneity of the dimension. So here I'll give the clear some what is meaning of the homogeneity process. The homogeneity. So according to homogeneity, so the same physical dimensions, also added or subtracted or equating. For example, v is equal to u plus 80. Okay, so therefore I am taking for example x is equal to y plus z. X is equal to y plus z. So x is represent one physical quantity, y and z is a different physical quantities. Suppose here I am taking this x is a force. X is a force. What is the y and what is the z? The y also force quantity, the z also force quantity. Because this y plus z will be added, when is added according to homogeneity, when is added both are same, both are same dimension if you added. Suppose the both are different dimension, according to homogeneity there is no addition. The same dimension if you add, the same dimension if you subtract, the same dimension if you equating. Suppose x is equal to y. So this is also one force, this is also force. The both are equal, this is the equating. And x is equal to z. So this is called as homogeneity. So homogeneity means the same dimensions will be added or subtracted or equating. This is a very important. The number of formulas is depending of the homogeneity. So what is the second one? It is a check the correctness of equation. That is, given a equation, given a formula is a correct or not is a check by using of the dimensional formula. So but here what is some note? Okay, suppose let us take s is equal to ut plus 1 by 3 at square. Suppose s is equal to ut plus 1 by 3 at square. This is the equation. This equation will be correct or wrong. So how to depends? Using the dimensional formulas. Using the dimensional formula. So by using dimensional formulas, according to homogeneity, you equate all this value. Finally these all dimensions are equal. Finally all dimensions are equal. So all dimensions are equal means this formula will be correct. Okay, so but we know that what is the s formula? S is equal to ut plus 1 by 2 at square, not 1 by 3. Okay, so therefore what is that one? So this dimensional formula just to check the equation correct or wrong. So but these values is derived by some theory or some experimentally. Theory or some experimentally. If the theory some experimental values, it is show the exact value. So it is not given. Suppose this is not equating, the equation will be wrong. Okay, suppose this all dimensional formula is a different dimensional formulas is there, so 100% this equation will be wrong. Suppose their all dimensional formula will be equal, this the equation will be correct, but sometimes it is not exactly equation of the answer. For example, I am taking s is equal to u2 plus 1 by 3 at square. According to dimensional formula, it is show the correct equation, but it is not exactly correct. So what is the exact equation? By using the kinematics, s is equal to ut plus 1 by 2 at square. So it is a consistence. It is a consistence of the dimensional formula. So this is the second one application. Check the correctness of the equation. Next, third application. So it is derive relationship among the different physical quantities. So it is derive some relation in the different physical quantities. Okay, so here I am taking one example. So this is a one simple pendulum. Okay, so this is a simple pendulum, right? So you calculate time period of the simple pendulum. Okay, so the t is shows that the time period of the simple pendulum. So time period, okay, the time period of the simple pendulum. So here what is I am assumption that these time periods may be depends on mass of the bob. Mass of the bob. First one. Second one, length of the pendulum. Second one, it depends on length of the pendulum. And third one, acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity, small g. So this t is depends on, that is I am taking the here exactly value. So t is equal to one constant, and it is depending on m power a, and depends on length power b, and depends on g power c. Okay, so here the derived relation among the different physical quantities means this is all are different physical quantity. These all values is a depending of these all values is derived time period. You can by using of homogeneity applications, finally you can get t is equal to some k into root L by G. Finally you can get t is equal to k into root L by G. I am taking the k is equal to 2 pi. So this k value is not determined by the dimensional formulas. This is one of the drawback. So I am taking k is equal to one constant 2 pi. So finally t is equal to 2 pi under root of L by G. What is the meaning of this equation? The L and G, this is the different quantities, physical quantities, is a depends on the time period. So this is the one of the applications. What is the application? To derive the relations. The derive the relationship among some different physical quantities. So this is the third one. Next, fourth application. So by using dimensional formula to find unit of a given physical quantities. Okay, for example, here I am taking one example, force. Okay, so the force, we know that the formula mass into acceleration. Mass into acceleration. I will write the dimensional formulas. Mass is equal to m, and the acceleration dimensional formula L1 t power minus 2. So that is m1 L1 t power minus 2. Generally this is a dimensional formula. Okay, so here this is mass. Okay, the units of force, mass means how to measurement of the mass, kg. And length L is given, L1 means length is measurement, meter. And t power minus 2, t means second power minus 2. So this is force units. What is the force units? Kg meter second square inverse. I will write kg meter. S power minus 2 means s square, kg meter per second square. So this is the units. So by using dimensional formula, you calculate, you find out units. This is also one of the application. So the kg meter per second square is called Newton. Is called Newton, capital N. So what is the capital N? The capital N is shows the Newton. There is a force unit. So kg per meter second square. So this is the fourth one, the to find unit of given a physical quantity. So next one, fifth one, to design our own new system of dimensions. New system of dimensions. So the fifth one, by using dimensional analysis, you design our own new system. So I am taking for example. So I am taking three fundamental quantities. One is the pressure. Just I am assuming that the pressure is a one fundamental quantity, and velocity is a one fundamental quantity, and time capital T is a fundamental quantity. So these three fundamental quantities is a depends on a force. For example, depends on a force. Okay, so what is the relation between force, pressure, velocity, time? Okay, so here I am taking F is equal to force is equal to P power A, and velocity power b and time power c. You calculate ABC by using of homogeneity principle. Finally, F is equal to P V square T square. Okay, P V square T square. You actually force is equal to mass into acceleration. This is the, we know that very well in the general formula. But this is force is depends on another some base quantities, that is the pressure, velocity, time. So this is a new system, new our own system. So to design our own new system of the dimension, so F is equal to new system. This force is depends on pressure, velocity, time. General equation this one, but is I am taking the one other new system, that is a new system of the force is depending of these quantities. So the dimension analysis by using the dimension analysis using is a construct the new system of the dimension. So especially this all are is very important applications in the applications of the dimensions analysis. Here I am taking the first one application example. So that is convert Newton into dyne. How to convert Newton into dynes? Okay, so what is the first application? Already I will explain. It is a convert one system to another system. This is the one system, that is a MKS system to here CGS system. So for this purpose I am assuming that 1 Newton N is equal to small n dynes. I don't know that is the dynes. 1 Newton is equal to small n dynes. Okay, so here what is the formula? So n2 is equal to n1 into m1 by m2 whole power a and L1 by L2 whole power b and T1 by T2 whole power c. Okay, I am taking this formula. Okay, so where what is the m1 m2 L1 L2 T1 by T2? So generally I am taking numerical value. Okay, numerical value into unit always constant. Always constant. So that is n1 u1 is equal to n2 u2. Okay, suppose the units will be changed, the numerical values will be changed. So here let the dimensional formula of the physical quantity I am taking m power a, l power b, t power c. So here n1 is equal to numerical value of the one system. N1 is equal to numerical value of the one system. What is the dimensions? I am taking m1, l1, t1. And another system n2 is the another system, there base quantities m2, l2, t2. So this is a one system, this is another system. So one system to another system conversion by using this formula n2 is equal to, so which you derived, that is the n2 is equal to n1 m1 by m2 whole power a, l1 by l2 whole power b, t1 by t2 whole power c. So I am taking the same this one n2, this is n1 is coming to here, n2 by n1 is equal to m1 by m2 whole power a and l1 by l2 whole power b and t1 by t2 whole power c. Here this is n is there. Okay, so you can calculate n value, right? So I am taking n2 by n1 is equal to small n and m1 means the first one, so that is where n2 is equal to, what is the n2? Newton by dyne. Okay, N2 is equal to Newton, N1 is equal to dyne. So N2 means, here let us take, sorry, here I am not taking the Newton by dyne. So N2 by N1 is equal to N. M1 is indicated mass of the one system, the first system. What is the mass? The mass is measurement 1 kg. By M2 is equal to another system, dyne mass is 1 gram. Okay, so whole power 1. And L1 first system Newton, that is a centimeter, so 1 meter, and L2 1 centimeter, whole power 1, base quantities. And 1 second, 1 second, whole power minus 2, 1 second, 1 second, whole power minus 2. So here 1 kg 1000 grams by 1 gram into 1 meter 100 centimeter by 1 centimeter into 1 second by 1 second. Okay, so here 1 gram cancel, centimeter centimeter cancel, 1 by second cancel. So that is 10 cube into 10 square. So that is n is equal to 10 power 5. What is the n value? 10 power 5. So you can substitute in this one. 1 Newton is equal to 10 power 5 dyne. 1 Newton is equal to 10 power 5 dyne. So how to calculate one system to another system? So where N2 by N is equal to N, where M1 I am taking MKS system, M2 is taking in the CGS system. This is a Newton system, this is a dyne system. Newton system, dyne. So Newton, dyne system. In the Newton system, M1 is measurement of kgs. In the dyne system, M2 mass is measurement of gram. Same similarly meters, centimeters, second. You can calculate, finally you can get 1 Newton is equal to 10 power 5 dyne. So this is by using of the dimensional formula you can convert. Second one example, correctness. Suppose V is equal to U plus 8 is a correct or wrong equation. The correctness, verify the correctness of this equation. So V is equal to velocity. We know that, right? Final velocity. So the velocity dimensional formula L1 t power minus 1. And u is equal to initial velocity. So this is initial velocity, also we know that is the velocity L1 t power minus 1. And a is equal to acceleration. Okay, the acceleration we know the dimensional formula L1 t power minus 2. Small t is equal to time, we know the dimensional formula t. So here is the correct or not? So V is equal to U plus AT. So according to homogeneity, what happened? You can write the dimensional formula V is equal to L1 t power minus 1 is equal to U means U L1 t power minus 1 plus A is equal to L1 t power minus 2 into T is equal to T. And here L1 t power minus 1 plus, here this is I am taking one formula, a power m into a power m plus n. Okay, so t power minus 2, t power minus 2 into t power 1, t power minus 2 plus 1 minus 1, L1 t power minus 1. Okay, so according to homogeneity, both are same is adding. So both are, I am assuming when is possible is adding. Both are same dimension. It is adding. So both are having same, that is L1 t power minus 1 is equal to, in the LHS side, L1 t power minus 1. So you observed in the LHS and RHS. Both are equal or not? Both are equal. So their dimensional formula will be equal. So that is equation will be correct. If the dimensional formula is not equal, the dimensional formula will be wrong. So it is a second application example. So the dimensional formula correct or wrong, it is a shows by using of the dimensional analysis. Next, the third one, the third application. So derive one equation. Derive equation. So already I will explain in the third one. Suppose let us take this one simple pendulum experiment. I am taking one metal bob in a simple pendulum. Okay, so this is a simple pendulum setup. The simple pendulum, right? So this simple pendulum time period T, capital T, depends on mass of the bob. Mass m is equal to mass of the bob and length of the pendulum. This is the mass of the bob. Mass of the bob. So L is equal to length of pendulum. Length of the pendulum. And G is equal to acceleration due to gravity. So here derive the equation between these all components. So in this case I am assuming that so this is a process. T is equal to some constant k, dimensionless constant k, m power, m is depends on the time period, m power a, just I am assuming that a, and length also depends on time period, l power b, and g also depends on time period c. So now what is our concept? You calculate a b c, calculate or find ABC. After substitution in this equation, he get one formula, that is the final equation. So how to calculate these ABC values? So first you can write all dimensional formulas. Please remember all dimensional formulas you can write. First one, capital T is equal to time period. Capital T is equal to time period. What is the time period dimensional formula? We know that very well. T1. So I will write to m power 0, L power 0, T power 1. And second, K is a dimensionless constant. There is no dimensional formula m. So m is equal to mass means dimensional formula m. So L is equal to length means dimensional formula L. Okay, so this is the dimensional formulas: mass, length. Acceleration due to gravity dimensional formula is equal to, we know that meter per second square units. So meter means length, second square means t square. You know that the equation meter per second square you can calculate very easy. That is L1 t power minus. This is the acceleration due to gravity formula. So here in this one I will write LHS first. T is the LHS, that is m power 0, L power 0, T power 1 is equal to. So next to K is a dimensionless constant. M is equal to, what is the dimensional formula of the mass? M is equal to capital M whole power A. And L power B, L dimensional formula, L power B. And G dimensional formula, L1 T power minus 2C. So you get, this is the LHS component, this is all our RHS component. So after what happened in this one, you write m is one side, that is only, this is RHS, only one value m, that is a m power a. There is no m values. And how many L's is there? One is L power b into one is L power 1, you can write to LC. And another is T power minus 2C. All of you understanding? Just all our M's are right, one, all our L's are right, all our T are right. So this is a M power 0, L power 0, T power N. So this is the final equation. Right. So these you observed according to homogeneity. according to homogeneity. According to homogeneity, what is the principle of homogeneity? It is compare or equating of same dimension. So that means here I am taking they're equating the same dimensions means. So first you compare m dimension. You compare. So that is here m power 0. This is m power a. So LHS side m power 0 and RHS side m power a. So it is equating. That means their both are same base. Their powers will be equal. So that is a is equal to 0. First one. Clear. Second one. Second, I am compare the L values. In the LHS side, L power 0. In the RHS side, L power B into L power C. So this is a power m into a power n, a power m plus n, that is L power B plus C. So according to homogeneity, both are L and L compare their power values, that is B plus C is equal to 0. And third one, compare T values. Here T power 1, here T power minus 2C. So this is LHS T power 1, in the RHS T power minus 2C. So that is I am taking 1 is equal to minus 2C. Just to compare same dimension of the powers. So where m and m, here LHS m, RHS m, both are same dimension, both are taking same dimension, but what is the compare powers? So 0 is equal to a. So what is your observation in this one? A is equal to 0 and B plus C is equal to 0 and 1 is equal to minus 2C. And this is minus 2 is going to here, C is equal to minus 1 by 2. So the C is substituting in this equation. B minus 1 by 2 is equal to 0. So B is equal to 1 by 2. So you get ABC value. A is equal to 0. B is equal to 1 by 2. C is equal to minus 1 by 2. Okay, so here substitute in this above equation. So T is equal to K into small m. What is the A value? 0. And L power B value 1 by 2. So G power C value minus 1 by 2. Okay, so m power 0 is equal to 1. So that is T is equal to K into L power 1 by 2 G power minus 1 by 2. Clear? You just can calculate ABC value after substituting this equation. So T is equal to K into L power 1 by 2. This is G power minus 1 by 2 means G power 1 by 2. The both are having 1 by 2. K into L by G whole power 1 by 2. That is K into root L by G. So finally you can get T is equal to K into root L by G. So K into T is equal to K into root L by G. I am taking the K value. K is equal to 2 pi. So T is equal to 2 pi under root of L by G. So by using of homogeneity equations principle, you calculate the derive the different quantities by using of this method. Is the equating method. Okay, principle of homogeneity. By using a principle of homogeneity, you calculate any type of physical quantity. So this is one of the all applications. Next, the last one, limitation. What is the drawback of the dimensional analysis? What is the limitation of the dimensional analysis? The first one, the limitation or drawback of the dimensional analysis. So the proportionality constant means K. Any constant cannot be determined. Cannot be determined. Okay, so this is a one limitation, one drawback. The proportionality constant cannot be determined by using of the dimensional analysis. This is the first drawback. And second drawback, so it is not shows not to determine sine, cos, logarithmic, exponentials. So it is this is formula containing non-algebra function, especially non-algebra function. It is also cannot to derived. And third drawback is a third drawback. Suppose the formula contains two or more terms. For example, s is equal to ut plus 1 by 2 at square. Okay, so their formula is having two or more terms. It is not derived perfectly. Just it is a show this equation are correct or wrong. The dimension analysis shows this equation are correct or wrong, but not to derive these equations. Okay, so this is one of the drawback. And fourth one, so the dimensional analysis does not differentiate between scalar and vector quantities. So it is not to differentiate of the scalar and vector quantities. Next, the last one, suppose it is difficult to apply dimension methods if physical quantity depends upon more than three fundamental quantities. Okay, more than three fundamental quantities, for example length, mass and time. Suppose one physical quantity depends on more than fundamental quantities, 4 or 5 or 6. The more than fundamental quantities is a depends on a physical quantity, so that also dimension methods is not explained properly. It is very difficult to apply dimension methods if the physical quantity depends upon more than three fundamental quantities. So this is all are some limitations or drawback of the dimension analysis. So this is the end of the chapter, unit sign measurement. Thank you one and all.